Shalom, shalom, giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Rekakwadash, Shari, double honor to the apostles and the elders of great millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to all you out there preaching His truth about the four corners of the earth with truth and sincerity in your hearts and for the love of the gospel. Alright, this is the brother Shamar Yah from GMS, Great Millstone, Gary, Indiana branch. Alright, coming at you with a lesson. This lesson is going to be about chastising, alright? Just chastising, man, chastening. First chastening is going through affliction, okay? Excuse me. And we all know that chastening comes by a number of ways, alright? But altogether, it is not to be hated, alright? It's something that we all have to endure. That's part of the battle of fighting for the truth. Scripture says, "Fight for the truth, and strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord will fight for thee." All right, it's all part of fighting for the truth. Sirach 2:1. Sirach 2:1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thine heart aright, and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Constantly endure, man. All right, when you come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. It's going to happen. We all got to pay for the things that we have done in our past lives, and so that we do not pay for the things, so that we do not pay for it when the Lord starts to visit the earth. Because we want to be protected before the Lord starts to visit the earth. When all hell breaks loose, we want to be protected, so that we have to suffer now in order to do that. So chastisement is not to be hated. All right, for it is written in the book of Hebrews, 12th chapter. It's written that Hebrews 12:6, for whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. Alright, so if the Lord loves you, then he's going to chastise you. Alright, he's going to chastise you, he's going to beat you down, but he's going to build you back up, and he's going to make you stronger every time you're like a muscle. When you work out, little do you know, I don't know if you're privy to it or not, but you're taking that muscle and you're ripping the fibers apart. But when those fibers heal, they become much, much stronger than they were at the first. It's the same thing with the Lord. When the Lord chastises us and we take it cheerfully and we go to Him and seek His healing, and when He gets us through the chastening, we become much, much stronger. That's the furnace that the scriptures refer to. The furnace of affliction. The furnace of affliction is not to be hated. Alright, that's what I think I'm going to name this lesson. The furnace of affliction is not to be hated, but it's only to make you better. It says, for if ye endure chastening, Yahweh dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? So what father not going to chasten his son? Alright? A father is going to chasten his son when he has done wrong. And it's the same thing that the Lord is doing with us. It's just when we were committing our iniquity right then and there, He didn't chastise us. But we're getting chastised the way He chastised. Just because He chastised in another way doesn't mean it's not chastening. Alright? But that's what I'm gonna stop there. Because I want to get other scriptures. Mainly, the furnace of affliction is not to be hated, because He's trying to renew us. Let me go back to this rock. Now I'm going to jump 4. I'm going to keep going. It's Sirach 2:2. Set thine heart right and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Why not make haste in time of trouble? Is because you're having faith that the Lord is going to take you through. The Lord is going to bring the chastening to you, and He's going to give you a way out. If you have faith, if you believe. But if you don't believe, you're going to make haste. You're going to try to hurry up and do this and hurry up and do that and try to get that heat off you. But you got to wait for the Lord to get that heat off you. That's why the Lord said, hey, haste not in time of trouble. Because you're in trouble when you get chastening, man. It always seems like you're in trouble. Because you are in trouble, man. You did wrong. All right? We all are in trouble. I'm speaking to myself, when I do these lessons, of course, first and foremost. Because one reason we do these lessons is to sow seeds of righteousness and build brothers up, but another aspect of doing these lessons is speaking to yourself. because we got to practice what we preach. So if I'm telling others to do it, then I have to be doing the same thing. So when I do these lessons, I speak to myself, and I just speak to myself through a camera so that others can listen and be built up through that. And for that, Lord willing, the Lord see these lessons and have grace and mercy upon me in the day of affliction. But keep going. It says, verse 3, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. See, it may be increased at thy last end. That last end is the day of Jacob's trouble. All right, Jeremiah 30. It says, verse 4, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low state. That take cheerfully part, it says, whatever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. Take it cheerfully because, first of all, you're in trouble. You have done wrong in the eyesight of your father. Your father's supposed to chastise you. Alright, so when you chastise you, he's making an atonement you're making an atonement for what you did. So you're supposed to take it cheerfully, man. The water for chastising me, for punishing me for what I have done. You understand? Because the Lord ultimately is not going to give you, um, the Lord is not going to give you the full extent of what you should have gotten. All right, meaning you did sins that were worthy of death. He's not going to kill you, but he's going to chastise you. All right, and afflict your soul, afflict your flesh, afflict your soul. The things that he possibly have done to you may hurt. All right, you may feel low in the spirit, you may feel low in the flesh. You understand? But you're supposed to take it cheerfully because you know that the Lord is doing it out of love. All right. It says, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. Be patient because you don't want to haste, like it said in the second verse. You want to be patient, wait on him. Verse 5 is the point. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. So when you have a furnace, you have a very high temperature of fire, burning metals, getting off all of that impurity. All right, the impurity is falling to the wayside. That's the same thing with us, man. Every time we go through a fight with affliction, all right, Satan bothering us, Satan doing this, that, and the third, we be patient. We keep doing the things in the spirit. Keep doing the things in the spirit, even more, because we change to a lower state. So we gotta take more of the spirit to counter that, to counter blows, because this is a fight, man. Whenever you want to fight, you always gotta counter. You can't just be sitting there taking blows. You gotta move around. You gotta duck, dodge, and hit. All right, and how we duck, dodge, and hit is reading these scriptures, getting in tune with the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Verse 6, believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thine way aright, and trust in him. All right. That was the point. Now let me get back to what I was going to get. This is the book of Micah 7, verse 9. Micah 7 and 9. I will bear the indignation of the Lord, because I have sinned against him. Alright, so I'm going to take on the indignation of the Lord because I sinned against him. Until he plead my cause. Alright, what's our cause? Lord, all of these chastisements you got on us, can you please take them away? You got heathens on our neck. Because the chastisements on all of our people is Deuteronomy 28, from 15 all the way down. Deuteronomy 28th chapter, the 15th verse through the 68th verse. We're sending up prayers to the Lord, asking the Lord to lift this burden off our neck. That's our cause. So we're gonna keep receiving this chastisement until he plead our cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. All right. It says, I have sinned against the Lord. Back at the top, I will bear the indignation of the Lord. The word bear, it goes into the book, but it goes into the word lift up. Let me get it into my sword so you can see it on the screen. Micah 7, 9. Word bear. It's the word bear. NASA. This is where NASA get its name from, through the scriptures, through the Hebrew. NASA, to lift, to bury, to carry, to take. So you're lifting it up and to take it upon you. You're carrying it, all right? But it could be double fold. Go down to number 1, option B, in the fall, to be lifted up, to be exalted. So you can metaphorically lift it up. and say the water Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua and exalt the chastisement. That goes into the book of the book I just read, Sirach 2. Take it cheerfully, to lift one up, to rise up, to be born, to be carried. All right, that word born, it means to make alive. All right, when you born something, it means to make alive. All right. All right. The C option, to lift up, to exalt, to support, to aid, to assist, to desire, long, figuratively, to bear continually, to carry, to take away, to exalt oneself. So it basically means to lift it up upon you and carry it, and it also means to lift it up, exalt it. All right, so we're going to exalt the indignation of the Lord, the Wadi Habashim Yahushua, for this chastisement. And it's hard to say, especially when you're really feeling it. But you always, what's another way to exalt the chastisement of the Lord? But besides saying the Wadi Habashim Yahushua for the chastisement, you go to his word. You go and sup with him. That's another way you will lift up the indignation of the Lord. But like I said, man, the Lord, you gotta be patient upon it. You gotta be patient, and you gotta be patient, and you gotta be not hasty in time of trouble, and you have to patiently wait on the Lord to deliver you out of it. Because why? Because like I said, He's gonna chastise you, but not according to what you should have received. 2 Corinthians 4:16. What that say? Okay, there goes 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 16. For which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. So its flesh is perishing. Yes, it hurts. But as you hurt, the inward man gets renewed day by day. That goes into the furnace of affliction. The furnace of affliction is not to be hated. All right? Because you get renewed in the spirit. The inward man is renewed day by day. This is the book of 1 Corinthians. All right, 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. 10 and 13, it says, wherefore, it says, there hath no temptation taken you, but such is common to man. So all the temptation that you're catching, you're not the first one to ever go through it. I know it seems like no one understands, or you want to see somebody that went through the same thing you've been through to find some kind of compatibility, but you got to take it up like a man. You may never find somebody that been through the same thing as you, all right? But that doesn't mean that they don't exist. You never met, just because you never met nobody that been through the same thing as you've been through, that means they don't exist. All right, so you ain't going through the, because we all catch the same afflictions. We all catch the same afflictions by way of different roads, but it's all afflictions, all chastisement, all the same. It says, for Yahweh is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able. So the Lord is not going to put too much on you that you can't bear. All right, that's why you got to be in the spirit. It says, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. So the Lord is going to make a way of escape for you. That's why you got to be patient in time of trouble. That's why you have to not hasten time of trouble and be patient when it's come upon you. All right, because it is written, when the Lord sends affliction on you, you can take it, because it is written. Philippians 4 and 13. It says, I can do all things through Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Mashiach, which strengthens me. So I can do all things in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua that strengthens me, man. All right. A couple of scriptures more, and I'm gonna close it out. This is the book of Joshua 1 and 9. Joshua 1 and 8. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, but thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For when thou shalt make thine way prosperous, then thou shalt have good success. So we're supposed to meditate in the law day and night, all right, to observe to do everything that the Lord told us to the best of our ability. All right, but the verse 9 is the point. Have not I commanded thee? Be strong and of a good courage. Joshua 1:9. Have not I commanded thee, be strong, of a good courage, be not afraid, thou neither be thou dismayed, for the Lord thy God is with thee whithersoever thou goest. Alright, so whatever affliction that we catch, the Lord is with us. Alright, just remember that. The Lord is with you. Understand? This is the book of Job. The book of Job 5:17. Behold, happy is the man whom Yahweh correcteth, therefore despise not the chastising of the Almighty. Alright, and that's the last scripture I wanted to get. This is a continuation of the video that I did previously. Basically a part 2. I ended the video accidentally. I meant to pause it, but I ended it. Title of the video was the furnace of affliction is not to be hated. Alright, because the Lord is with us, man. Happy is the man whom Yahweh correcteth, for despise not the chastising of the Almighty. Alright. For he maketh sore and bindeth up. He woundeth, but in his hands make whole. So he makes sore and he bindeth up. So the Lord gonna hurt you, but he also gonna mend you back together. But when he made you back together, you're gonna be stronger because you're going through the furnace of affliction. And they call it the furnace of the scriptures refer to it as the furnace of affliction, because when you go through the furnace, you're being burnt, which hurts. But when you're cooled, you're being tempered, being harder, being more durable. Alright? And now you can go on in this chapter, but I just wanted to get the rest of that lesson out, man. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Like I said, it's a part 2 to the furnace of affliction is not to be hated. Hope it was edifying to the elect of Israel. Till next time, Shalom.